Yeah, individual shot making will often happen, or coming out and being non-sequential individual shot making. That can often happen in a situation where our player's not prepared for the match, and whoa, he's hit a winner here. They're impressed by the other player's shot making to the extent they try and copy it or think they should. So they come out of sequence at that point. Okay, so that's one response. The other one I find interesting, and this goes again, it goes across the board. This happens time and time again when they had the lead. So let's say they're in the clutch of the match. Okay, so it's 3/4 of the way through the match, and one player, your player's got the lead, and he stops doing what has got him the lead. Wants to cross the finish line early, come out of the clutch of the match, and they'll start, I wouldn't say panicking, but start being non-sequential, individual shot making. They're thinking, oh, if I do an ace here and I can, do the shots, I'm ahead now, I want to close this out. So they rush that stage. So those are two examples of the non-sequential being a threat to the players, to the player winning. But it really is kind of exciting because we can intervene once we know that this happens. So it's at the beginning, being over impressed with players' shots, and then 3/4 of the way through the match. These are the two biggest problem areas. So that's when we start going non-sequential. I don't know if that's what you found, but I mean,
I find it.
It's
every
the
day.
number one when I give advice to my players playing the match. Do not come out of sequence. Plan every first two shot sequence
Right.
at the beginning of every point. And it's when they stop doing that, maybe they lose concentration, they're tired, because tennis is a tough game because you've got to go in point after point after point after point. Even when you're ahead, you've then got to do it again and again and again. That's the beauty, but also the challenge that you've got as a tennis player when you come out of sequence after that. And it's understandable. But if you've trained it like you have, like you did, we saw with Cal yesterday, where they then start, when they've absorbed this and they've rehearsed it, and they know, I don't know, I would say the top 7 sequences, but we're going to look at that, I know, later on. But
Right.
that's what I would summarise as the non-sequential challenge on the practice court, and it's true of everyone.
It is true.
I say it's the number one problem.
Yeah.
It's like in golf. When you play golf, the players, it's after they've played a good shot, they come out of they then decide to, and this is what makes me laugh every time. They go, Dan, it's the problem is my bad shot. I said, no, it's not actually. Every time it's the reaction to their good shot, or being ahead in that case. So what do? They try and hit a better shot.
That's right. They try to hit a better
They
shot.
ratchet it up.
Right. They ratchet in it and they lose control.
Yeah.
They lose.
Well, they do come out of sequence. I said, look, if you just hit an average, if you go average, or what is it? We go boring.
Boring.
Go boring. Bore them to death. You're already ahead. Don't leave that door open.
Yes.
And you do if you try and play a point that's what I call a have to win point. So these are all these permutations of this same issue.
Yes.
And it comes down to non-sequential.
Yep.
So that's the long answer. Do you want the short one?
Yeah,
I thought it was really good.
Yes. Yeah, the long one was excellent.